roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Got a roof all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my...
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for footy. Bowls him over. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position. So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case. They go play action here on first down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jabal Sheard in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint. Really been a terrific career to this point. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer. 5. They'll drop to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
No. Check. Patriot.
On first down, Roberts. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. And the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside. Because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
He had a good game catching the ball out of the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. The drive starts with a run by Perkins. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. From his goal line here, Luck. He's going to air one out. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Peters. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On second down, here's Luck. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing on third down, Luck. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And
he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. On first down, it's Luck. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play, and facing a second and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on third down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
From the gun on third down, Luck going for the deep ball. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would
even
do
know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Forbath, the extra point. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run on first down. Roberts, and he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Over.
Back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Eifert has it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Leopard. Leopard. Over.
Looking to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jabal Sheard in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. They'll look to throw here. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gun. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Over!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for... John Ross that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, here's Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Bowers. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A shotgun snap for Locke. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
3rd and long. It's Locke. And that is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. This is taken at about the 14. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And the grab by Croft. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 47 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now this time he'll look to throw. Roberts with it over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Bullock good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, Mina been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Luck now to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are. But with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On first down, Roberts. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards in a first. First down now, but that clock rolling. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Now let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run on first down. Roberts. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll set up to throw. Flush. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So a touchdown apiece. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8.
Hitting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To throw on 2nd down is Love. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Out of the gun, Love. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds an opening past the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Roberts. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. off to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Hot.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And, now it's out. Langford loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deeper, and this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 40 yards after the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. Now Bullock to add the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On second down, Perkins. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
From the gun on third down, Luck. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
On second down, here's Locke. Trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over, 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 over.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
319.
They'll run on first down. Roberts. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive.
A pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
On 3rd down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And nowadays, to get to the first down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And he will take it all in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A shotgun snap for Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bowers. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Love. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. They pitch to Perkins. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Off of play action, Luck. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Charles Harris, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Love. He's going to launch this thing. Wait, that's caught inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From the red zone now, Love. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. In for the score. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Go!
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch it now, Barney.
On 2nd down, Roberts. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels Can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Detroit! Detroit!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Blue 90!
He'll look to throw. And Eifert has it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Roberts. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals add on to their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They've gone to the fourth quarter now in Dallas, and really pouring it on now with the Cowboys. A win would be their second on the young season. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, meanwhile, a pass
is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well. If they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Luck.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Here's Luck now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Luck now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Hurry up, here we go.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they